Welcome to the G-spot of Europe.
Vilnius, the G-spot of Europe.
I am in Vilnius, Lithuania. It's been a place on my list for quite some time. Finally here. But why is it called the G-spot of Europe? And that is because a few years ago, the Tourism Board of Lithuania made this absolute bizarre advert. You can YouTube it, check it out yourself. And they called it the G-spot of Europe to try and get people to visit here. And you know what? It worked. I'm here, want to check it out, see what it's all about. And actually here a day early because I was meant to fly to Estonia and then get an overnight coach here because it turned out to be a lot cheaper. However, yesterday in the UK there was a load of problems and disruptions due to ATC complications with their software and all of that. The whole of the UK was grounded, so my flight was cancelled. So in the end, everything was paid for, the hotel was paid for, everything was done, dusted. It would have been a lot of wasted money. So bought a flight yesterday to come out here today, and here we are in Vilnius. The plan is, it's about 6 o'clock here now in the evening. So just gonna have a little bit of a walk around, get a feel for the place. And then tomorrow we're gonna properly explore, we'll go through some history. Little fun fact, there's 28 churches in Old Town alone. So we're gonna be checking out a lot of them. And then after tomorrow, we're gonna get the train to Kaunas, because that's only an hour away, so I may as well see another city, seeing as it's so close. And then the last day here, gonna go to a place called Castle. Trakai, something like that. It's meant to be it's very popular, so we'll definitely go check it out. But right behind me is the Church of St. Catherine. It is a Roman Catholic church, and it was founded by Hetman of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania in 1618. And I guess this is one of the 28 churches. I don't think we're going to go through all 28 churches, but we'll definitely see some of them. We've already seen a few of them walking past and whatnot, and they're absolutely stunning. But here's the first one. St. Catherine's Church, St. Catherine's Cathedral. The Church of St. Catherine, that's it. I have to check the phone every now and then because I forget. But nice little spot to start the trip. It's been a while since I've been to a new country. I think this is my 30th country maybe? I don't know, it's been a while. We've been so fixated on converting the van. So it's nice to see a new place and get back into the swing of things of public vlogging. So let's check out the G-spot of Europe. So there's one thing I love doing when I visit a new place, and I encourage a lot of people to do it, is don't use Google Maps, don't use any form of navigation. Just walk around the streets, get yourself lost. You never know what you're gonna find, but that's one little piece of advice for you. Don't use Google Maps, unless you're trying to find somewhere specific, but yeah, it's the best way to see a place, I think. This is why I don't follow Google Maps sometimes, and I just carve my own way into a new city, because I've stumbled across this beautiful courtyard. I don't actually know what it is, but it's stunning. I don't know if, I think that's a church right there. There we go, the lighting's changed a little bit. Beautiful church up here, from what it looks like. Might have to do a little bit of reading, but yeah, I've got this courtyard to myself. It's like no one knows about it. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. The architecture is incredible. But nice big church thing here, and then a nice big watchtower up there, I think. I don't know, I'm just taking in the beautiful sights. I love archways like this. Even better when there's no one around, so we're going to see what photographs we can get here. But yeah, this is incredible. Just standing outside the Church of Saint Casimir. It is the first and oldest Baroque church in Vilnius, and it is right by Vilnius Town Hall. I'm assuming that's the Town Hall. I think it is, but church number 2 of 28. I'm not going to hit 28 churches. But yeah, just going to take it easy tonight. Maybe get up for sunrise. It's been a long day traveling, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna go back to the hotel and get some sleep. I'm absolutely knackered, and see you in the morning for sunrise. Good morning. Starting our little sunrise walk at the Saint Casimir Church, where we ended up last night. And I'm just going to walk through Old Town. I'm a little bit late to sunrise this morning, but I'm not bothered because it's non-existent. But if you've been around a while, you know how we do. We get up for sunrise because the place is completely empty, and it makes it perfect for photography because there's no tourists. Everyone's still sleeping, and I'm still sleeping. I'm struggling to wake up. But we're going to see what photos we can capture, and then, yeah. One thing that Vilnius is quite famous for is their hot air balloons in the morning and in the evening, so maybe we'll see a couple of hot air balloons. The weather is actually pretty perfect for it, I think. See, within that walking distance, there's another church there. So, yeah, let's see what we can get and what we can see. I absolutely love getting up for sunrises. There's just no one about. A couple of people, pre-work workers, that's what I call them, the early morning birds. But yeah, let's get our first sunrise trip underway. We have a little colour. That was a little surprise. We're going to go up on the viewpoint in a second, but this is another reason why I come out for sunrise. Well, no, it's not another reason, it's the same reason. There's no one here. Just a whole place for myself. I can't speak, I'm so tired, but it's so worth it. Get out for sunrises in cities. Even if you are tired, it's worth it. But we are currently in the Cathedral Square. We've got the bell tower up here and the cathedral here. And it is absolutely beautiful. And it is probably the most significant and widely known symbol of Lithuania. And in this big square, there's so many gatherings, like the military parades, fairs, Christmas markets, public speaking, just people congregating. But during the day, when we was here yesterday, it was just packed, you know. It makes my life with Photoshop a lot easier being here now, taking the photos that I want. Which is why yesterday was kind of like a bit of a recce, see where I wanted to come and get them pictures. But I don't know if you can see, but Up there is a Free Cross monument. We're going to go up there now. Hopefully we get a nice view of Old Town and hopefully some hot air balloons as well. So let's get up there. Okay, whilst we're walking to the Free Cross monument, do you want to talk a little bit about how I'm finding Vilnius and Lithuania so far? Didn't really know what to expect. I did Google and do a little bit of research before coming here. I've actually had my eye on this place for a couple of years. Nothing really stuck out at me like, yeah, I want to go there. But do you know what? I am pleasantly surprised, especially by the Old Town. It's just like all old towns really. They're so beautiful. I think underrated is a valid term for it. Not many people go to Lithuania or think about it. They'd rather go Spain and other places, but so far I'm pleasantly surprised. I am also still getting used to vlogging in public, which is quite weird because I've been doing it for over a year now whenever I go on trips, but when I've had a long break in a trip, it just feels like I'm going back to square one with the shyness, the anxiety of it. But then I just need to remember I'm never going to see these people again, so just go for it. But it's nice to be recording a travel video for once, because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been to a new country as well. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Anyway, to the Free Cross monument. So we made it. We're at the Free Crosses on Free Cross Hill. And check out this beautiful panoramic of Old Town Vilnius. And according to legends, 7 Franciscan friars were beheaded on top of this hill in the 17th century, I think. And they placed 3 wooden crosses here. And ever since, it's just kind of remained as a symbol. And they've built these beautiful 3 crosses up here because the wooden ones obviously wouldn't last as long. And it remains a symbol here in Vilnius. That was a steep walk to get up here. Stairs were insane. But we have an incredible view of the city. There's no hot air balloons yet, but I'm going to hold out for a few minutes, see if we see any head over here. But it's not looking too hopeful. But nice shot on my face there. The hill of 3 crosses. Incredible. The goods are secured. I got myself a flat white. I'm going to take a few more photos whilst the city is still quiet. Slowly waking up, it's about 8 o'clock now. And then head back to the hotel and get some breakfast and then head back out. We have a church there and a church there. They're everywhere in Old Town. That's a nice flower wall. But yeah, if you're not already checking out my if you're not already following my photography account on Instagram, it's CJ Visuals with a Z. So go check it out. But I'll drop it in the description anyway. If anyone's ever interested in photos I capture on this trip, but any other trip as well. So yeah, go check it out. Oh, and another church. They're everywhere. It's brilliant. They're all different, unique, beautiful. But yeah, today's going to be a hot day, 30 degrees. I'm already sweating. Lovely. And we are due some thunderstorms as well, I believe. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Back out now. It's gotten very hot. It's gonna be 30 degrees today. But that little portal thing by the train station is actually a live feed kind of thing to a city in Poland called Lublin. And unfortunately, it wasn't working. Sod's law, whenever I go visit things, they're either covered in scaffold or they're not working. But the whole idea of it behind is you can see people in Lublin and they can see you there. And I think the idea came from when coronavirus hit and Lithuania wanted to create a united world kind of thing. And the whole idea behind this portal thing was to like keep in connection with other people from all over the place, specifically Lublin. But the concepts of it is pretty cool, but unfortunately for me, it wasn't working. Oh well, anyway, dying of heat exhaustion, heading back towards the old town, and not really going to do much until drop the luggage off because my bag is heavy with everything and I don't really want to be walking around in 30-degree heat everywhere with it on my back. So just gonna go for a little wander and get an iced coffee because it's hot and I don't do well with heat. So that was the Gediminas Tower, I think, up on that hill. In the late 1200s, early 1300s, the original fortifications were made out of wood, but 60, 70 years later, they rebuilt it made out of brick. And the tower and the remains of that little bit on the hill there is the only part that's left of the castle that once sit proudly on top of that hill. So I'm standing in front of the Church of St. Anne, and it was built for Anna, the Grand Duchess of Lithuania, I believe back in the 1400s. And the original church burnt down to the ground back in the 1400s, and then when they rebuilt it, it remained largely unscathed, apart from a few little maintenance parts, should we say. So everything you see here is over 500 years old, and I believe it is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, in Lithuania. And as you can see, it's a very Gothic style church. I absolutely love churches that are very Gothic like this. And I think it's the only Gothic or one of the very few Gothic churches here in Lithuania. And we went inside just before it closed, and it was absolutely beautiful. Didn't really record much of the main part because there were people in there praying and singing songs of prayer, which is in that entrance there, but behind there it's the entrance to the bigger part of the church where the organ is. Got a little bit there, but absolutely stunning. If you come to Vilnius, definitely check out the Church of St. Anne. And right now it's getting very dark because apparently there is a storm on its way here. So that don't stop us. We're going to go to another little location now, hopefully, if it doesn't absolutely hammer it down, which I think it will do, but we'll see. Welcome to the Gate of Dawn. Back in the 16th century, the city of Vilnius was fortified to the max. It had a wall around the entire city with only 8 or 9 gates, I believe, gaining entrance to the city. And this is the only one standing. And in the 16th century, each gate had a religious artifact to help protect against attackers and also bless pilgrims on their travels to the city. And in the chapel of this gate, the only gate left here in Vilnius, is a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It doesn't look 16th century, but I guess they've done a little bit of decorating since then. But you can still see part of the wall on the other side, and this is the only gate that remains from that fortified city in the 16th century. So, back at the apartment now, absolutely knackered, done 35,000 steps. Towards the end, when it got night, thunderstorm came in and was just sitting in the Vilnius Cathedral Square, trying to record a little bit and trying to get some photos, but it didn't really work out well. But yeah, I'm going to end this episode because I'm going to do a sequel as such, because tomorrow we're getting the train from Vilnius to Kaunas and going to Kaunas for the day and then coming back to Vilnius tomorrow night. So just doing a day trip, and then Friday, the last day, we're going to get the bus to Trakai and go visit Trakai Castle and the town of Trakai, because apparently that's meant to be really, really good. So if you did enjoy this first video of my Lithuanian adventure, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new around here, subscribe as well. I really like Lithuania. It's definitely taken me by surprise, and I think it's incredibly underrated. So if you haven't been already, make sure you put it on your list, and we'll see you, I'll say tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow for me, but not for you. We'll see you in the next installation of this Lithuanian adventure. Peace out.